Welcome back to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. Your boy Black Adam. I'm glad you guys tuned back in. We made it again another week in this new year. It's 2026. I forget what the date was, but we made it. I'm glad you guys made it on this journey with me. Shout out to everybody that's watched the show, sponsored the show. Shout out to you guys. I thank you guys for making the show go because without y'all, this wouldn't be possible. Before we get started, I'd like to give a big shout out to my sponsor, 605 Adult Beverage and Call Audio. Y'all see it. If you have any injuries, any slip and falls, any car accidents, make sure you call Audio. She's going to get you a little check over there, especially, what is this? Income tax time. You know, it's coming. So, hey, y'all about to go buy those raggedy cars for a little or nothing. Make sure if you do get a check, do something good with it. Help somebody with it. Guys, I think at this time of year, it's going to be a pivotal time because this is when everybody starts quitting their routine, right? So when everybody has New Year's resolutions, they say, okay, either I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna be a better person, I'm gonna be a better lover, I'm gonna do all the things. I'm gonna invest more, I'm gonna reach back into the community more, and then February 1st hit, what happens?
Over with.
It's over, right?
Over with.
So these couple of weeks are pivotal. Make sure you continue to be productive in whatever you're doing. And this is the motivation. And this podcast right here actually is going to be the motivation for everybody that's watching. Because I have two great individuals on here that's going to motivate you into 2028. You feel me? So look, let me introduce my guest right quick. To my left, I got the beautiful, Jess. Hold up. I want to say your real name, but hold up. Jess that raps?
Dope.
Just
Close
that
enough.
dope.
She
Just
raps
that dope.
too.
Just that dope. So we got Jessica Georges in the building, and she's about to give us some of her wit and some of her knowledge, some of her infinite wisdom. Oh my God!
Infinite
Welcome to the
wisdom.
show, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Glad to be
yeah.
here.
And to my far left, I got a brother that I've been knowing for 20 plus years. I haven't seen him in about 20 plus years since we graduated, but he's in the building. I've been checking him out on social media. He's a very inspirational brother. He does a lot of positive things in the community, and he's a good brother just in general, you know what I'm saying? He's also alumni of the illustrious Southern
Illustrious.
University. I got to say that. Shout out to Southern University.
Shout out.
Everybody, welcome to the show, Jeremy Pierre. What's up, brother?
Not much, man.
How y'all doing?
Great.
Good?
Yeah, alive, man, and opportunity to do something each and every day, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
So look, I want to ask y'all. I want to jump right into it because I have a lot of questions for both of you guys.
Okay,
You know what I'm
let's do
saying?
it.
Before we even get into it, I know you guys are, motivational coaches, life coaches. You guys are speakers. You guys do well. But I want the people to know who you are because every time they see you guys on camera, you guys are doing the motivation, right? Who is just that dope? Who is that person?
She just that dope. I'm really just a person who came to Houston with $700 in a dream and made sure she followed it, figured it out intentionally, moving with intent. She's laid back, she's chilled, but really someone who sees good in others because it's hard out here. You can always look around and see what's going wrong and what's bad out here. But I'm someone who prefer to help people figure out who they are at their core, because you always should think about yourself in a good way.
Yeah.
And so that's the first thing that I lean towards. So I'm that type of person.
Okay, that's dope. What about you, Pierre?
I would say I'm a man that prioritizes physical, spiritual, and mental growth on a daily basis
Okay.
for myself and everyone else. I believe in constantly pushing the boundaries in terms of elevating your thinking and reflecting. That's a big thing. Reflecting on what you've done, what you've gone through, because I believe through reflection you learn a lot and you grow a lot. So, and just primarily just being a vessel. That's my calling. That's my purpose. So just saturating myself in being a vessel to help people change their lives. In those three buckets: mentally, spiritually, physically. I believe holistically those three things are connected.
Yeah.
I think it's better if you tie them all together versus individually. So, man, I'm just a vessel put here by the Father, man, to help people.
I
Man.
like it, man. I'm motivated already. Make me want to go run through the wall already, man.
That's right.
So look, you used the term, and both of you guys could elaborate on this. You used the term purpose, and that's one of these terms that's been thrown around lately, and people are chasing that purpose. I want to ask you guys, what are some things that people are making mistakes in doing while chasing their purpose?
I'll go first. You can go first.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I would say the first mistake is chasing the purpose. That's the first mistake, because God has never created a thing that he already designed it to be able to do what he created it to do. Has anybody ever had to teach a fish how to swim?
No, it's natural.
A bird how to fly? A lion how to roar? The answer is unequivocally no. They just needed time to discover it. So the first problem is that people chase it. You don't need to chase something that's already there. So that would be my
Okay,
biggest
it
thing.
is
I
what it
notice.
is.
It's already there. You just got to find it.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that. I
Yeah,
like that.
I would say, in addition to that, people try to mimic other people's purpose. And a lot of times people think their purpose is supposed to be loud and this extravagant thing. When they do it, they're going to feel this or see that happen. And naturally, it's just you being you.
Yeah.
That's your purpose. The things that you lean towards that speaks to who you are, the things that you're interested in naturally.
Right.
Those things that I'm good at, that it makes so much sense to me like just thinking about it. I'm like, oh, that's easy. And someone else will be like, that's difficult. That part of you is part of your purpose, but
Yeah.
people don't recognize that, right? And another thing, I love this author named Jade Simmons. She says, your purpose is a thing that happens to people when you're walking in your purpose. It's not really what you're doing, it's how people feel when you're doing what you're doing, right?
Okay.
And so when you find your niche, the thing that you actually love, that sparks you, that you feel like you can do every single day, it doesn't mean that it's in front of a screen or it's on a pulpit or on a stage or anything of that nature. Is that thing that helps someone and impacts them in a way to be better.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, I heard you guys say that chasing it is the first step, right? First step that you don't do. You don't chase
Correct.
it.
You don't
right?
chase it.
It is what it is. Like you said, a fish, you put a fish in the water, they normally know how to swim.
You know how to swim.
But now, can I get pushed back a little bit?
Sure.
Because I know you guys are motivators, but I'm a person that lives in the real world, and I see people, right? And it's a term that I heard a long time ago. Things don't happen to us; they happen for us, right? Let that sink in for a second. It happened for us. Happening for us, a lot of people don't accept what their purpose is, right? So naturally, a fish can't swim unless they accept it, right? So some people, like say, we all grew up in black households. And say we had a grandmother or big mama, and she always said, boy, you going to be a preacher. Girl, you going to be a missionary, right? He's like, no, that's nowhere near my purpose. But you probably, and this is an example. I'm not saying this happened for every single case, but say you was running from your purpose because you didn't want to do that. You wanted to be an engineer, or you wanted to be this big-time doctor or whatever, versus your purpose was supposed to be that what she saw in you. I guess my question is, when people don't accept their fate, how does that purpose, what does that purpose do? Do they continue to do what they're doing on their own, or do they eventually give in to what they're put here to do?
I'll let you go.
Some people don't give in.
Okay.
Some people don't accept their purpose. Some people choose to live in, I'm going to use the term mediocrity. It's the fear of being great, right? That same big mama that could have told that person that thing, you're going to do this, it probably was too big for them to kind of digest, like, oh, me doing that? You lean into the purpose or the thing that you're good at, you'll find a path that's with least resistance. Not saying that you won't have resistance, right? But then if you go outside of that, you're going to feel it every day, and you're like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah. And to add to that, I would say we all have free will to choose to do or not accept what we know we should be doing, right? However, that person has to make a choice, and that choice is, do I keep doing what I want to do, which is not my purpose, and feel unfulfilled, feel like something is missing, or do I succumb to what I know my purpose is and find that happy place? The choice is yours. Pick your heart. That's what I would say.
Okay.
So you can inevitably run. You can run, but you can't hide, because those are the people that you'll see in the clubs every weekend. not feeling fulfilled, doing things that don't make them happy, chasing, looking for that happy, traveling the world, doing all of these things, and all of that's fine, but they are searching for something,
Okay.
and they can't find it because they're running from it. So in personal experience and through, life coaching, I would say everybody has a breaking point. Some is quicker than others.
Okay.
Some it takes longer, but the Father knows how to make you succumb and get your attention.
Oh, absolutely.
And bring that shock and awe factor to your life to make you slow down or stop or revector. So that's what I would say. You have free will to do as you choose, but you will have to pick your heart.
Yeah, that's good. I want to ask you guys this, because I know in chasing purpose and in living life and doing things, we have friends, we have constituents, we have associates, we have individuals that we consider as friends, family, people that's in our lives. I want to talk about boundaries. All right. Boundaries is something that we was never taught to have, or we didn't know what a boundary was, or we couldn't define boundaries. All right. I want you guys' opinion on a boundary. What does boundaries look like for you in 2026? It's not heavy now. It's not a deep question now.
Anything that interrupts my peace is too expensive for me. And so a boundary for me is anything that, like you stated, knowing yourself, understanding those things that where I was and where I am now, and recognizing how that makes me feel, my thought processes, the things that I'm doing, how that's showing up in my life.
Yeah.
It allows me to gain data and information to say, okay, I went down this path before and some of these things look similar. Now I'm shifting. Let me create this boundary to say, okay, now that I have this information or this data from this experience, from interacting with that person. I love the fact that you identified the different people, because everybody's not your friend, right? You have associates, you have people who just come in and you just talk to for a moment and then keep it moving. But when you identify that and you see those trends, now you can create a boundary to stay safe. It's all about protecting your mind, protecting your heart, right? Guard your mind, guard your heart is what the Bible says a lot of times.
Yeah.
And it says it so many times that I had to pay attention to that, because that's what it affects.
They guard your heart. I'm about to be messy.
Oh, Lord. You should answer the question.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back, Pierre.
He like being messy.
Just put a bookmark in that, because he said guard your heart, right? And we label what we said. We said partners. We said friends, business partner, whatever, associates, counterparts. Now, when you guard your heart and you're with someone, all right, say, doesn't have to be a lover, just say somebody that you adore, right? How do you love somebody in full totality and still guard your heart? That's impossible, or it's not real. And anybody could answer this question. This is not,
It's not real to do what? To love someone?
Well, if you guard your heart, I mean you're guarded. You're not really showing your real self.
I think in every situation, even I've never been married. I've been in relationships, but I can even think that it's the same in marriage, where you have to use discernment in general, right? You have to test and see where you are. So guarding your heart, guarding your mind it's in general, because you're protecting self. And that's the only way that you could show up as your best self, right? And so if you just walk around naively and allowing things to just happen haphazardly, you're not allowing yourself to move with intention about who you are.
Yeah, and I think it depends on how you define guard, right? We got to establish a baseline, right?
Yeah.
And to me, it's two guards, right? One is I'm guarding as in I'll never give it to you. You'll never have the opportunity to get it, to get close to me.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it. But then it's guard as in I'm going to breadcrumb you and be slow and make you earn everything slowly and methodically before I give you access. And when you get it, it's going to be small, pieces, not a big piece. And it's going to be over time. So I think we got to open Pandora's box about how you define the word guard. To me, it's two. So I think, depending on which one you're using, it's okay.
Yeah.
But I agree if it's the other one, which is like, I'm not giving you anything, then you can't really, So
I want your opinion, both of you got opinion on this. And you guys, watch social media. You guys are outside. You guys have friends.
Mhm.
What's going on outside right now? Because it's this is what I see. I see a lot, but I see male female clash. Right? I see a lot of that. I see a lot of men being sassy, and I see a lot of women being masculine, which is not a bad thing or a good thing. I'm not saying that. So guys, don't come for me. Do not come for me. All right?
Come for him.
But it's like the roles have like alternate in some situations, right? When you have a guy that's too masculine, he is too dominant. If you have a woman if a woman is masculine, she is too much. If you have a man that's too talkative, he's sassy. If he don't talk at all, he's closed off. So I want to ask you guys this: as people that motivate individuals, what do you guys see, and what do you think was going on in this world? Because I want you guys' opinion, because I want to have it to where people have a understanding, even if we disagree, we still live in our purpose and pursue what we need to pursue without coming at each other, with knives and shit.
Fair. You wanna go first?
I'll let you go. I can go if you want me
Go
to.
ahead.
Yeah, I think that's a very good question, and I don't think it's one clear-cut answer, right? Because when you're talking about a society of people, you got tons of different personalities, different perspectives.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna narrow it down. Young black men and women in the demographics of between the ages of 25 to 55.
Okay.
In the South.
In the
Okay.
South?
In the South.
Now
Okay,
you
target
being real.
audience.
You being
Okay.
real.
I gotta target
targeted.
it, man.
Real target audience. Yes.
I think it has been. I agree with your assessment. I think things have gotten turned around. I think women, for various reasons, are maybe a tad bit more masculine now, and guys a little bit more feminine.
Yeah.
Not saying one is better than the other. I think we've lost. I'm talking about as a people.
Yeah.
Have lost the essence and the core values in terms of relationships. Our focus is on
Break that down. I want you to break that down.
Our
core values.
Core values, yeah. Our focus is more on external, what you have, what you drive, how you look, what job title, how you shake, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of these things. And at the core, or the core value should be internal.
Okay. So
What is your heart posture internal? How does he or she think? What intrinsic values does this person bring to the table that matter? Are they honest? Are they loyal? Are they dependable?
person of integrity? Yeah.
Yes. So we've gotten away from the core values and we've gotten into the superficial realm. And this is my assessment in terms of dating and relationships. I know everybody's doing the online thing. If I scan your profile and I don't see within 8 seconds what I like, I'm swiping or whatever they do.
Right.
Swiping, clicking, right? So, and not to say that people can have their standards, but to answer your question, I think it's more of a hot potato, check the box, surface level versus a deeply rooted, kind of soul searching, spirit searching between you and that other individual.
Right. You got nothing? You got something, but you want to keep it back.
To me, it's broken households. Broken homes.
So you saying it's coming from childhood?
Yeah, absolutely. As a woman, for me, and growing up, I can go off of me, right? But my assessment is kind of what I see a reflection of as well. And growing up, I grew up with a single mother, and she had to figure everything out. The masculine energy in me, $700 in a dream, moving to a new city, doing all the things, that masculine energy.
You had to make it. You had to
I
hustle.
had to figure it out.
Yeah.
Independent women, that's not something I champion, but I'm single right now, don't have any children. All of those things, I have to figure it out. So I had to exert a little bit more masculine energy than some would prefer.
Yeah. So, and I follow what you're saying about the black women that's aggressive and assertive and, passive aggressive and all these things. But I think that we have too much vocabulary now.
It's a lot. It is.
right? I think because most of us, I'm saying, I'm sticking in the black community, right? We all had big mama and we all had mothers. At least we had mothers. And our mothers was hard, especially on the boys. Our mothers was hard on us because they had to be, because we was out of control, right?
Yeah.
Even if the daddy wasn't there, but because we gonna get into all kind of stuff, right? So when we look at that, I think it does go back to childhood, because some people are resentful. It's like, man, I ain't never gonna marry nobody like my mom. My mom was crazy, or I might marry somebody just like my mom.
Is that what they look
Like
for?
it's like the even balance, right? But I think we as people, now this takes maturity and this takes honesty and accountability. I think we live in ego. Our ego is so inflated, we can't see how we're making things happen for us in real life. For instance, I was going to ask you a personal question, but I said I'm going to leave it alone.
You can go ahead.
I was going to ask you, do you want to get married?
Yeah.
So
if that comes around, yeah.
So now, getting married, how do you see yourself being submissive? Because you're a grinder. You gonna keep grinding. You just not gonna like just fold over and it's like, all right, well I'm married. You gonna keep grinding. And if a man is not used to that, he gonna be like, I'm out of here. So
hence why I'm single.
So I'm saying that to say, how does a person like your status and what you do and how you are, how do you like, and not dumb it down, but still have a healthy balance to where you still could be a successful, positive force in the world, but at the same time a loving wife to a man?
Great question. It goes back to the question you asked earlier, but tying in his response of being rooted in who you are, knowing that I'm a vessel, knowing that I'm here on a mission first, right? And keeping that first. So if there's anyone that is for me and that I am compatible with enough to where we get to the altar and we get married, he would understand that he shouldn't be taking me out of my purpose. He should be complementing that, right? And he should understand that. But at the same token, what would you mean?
No, go ahead. I'm following.
He should understand that. No, he should understand that where I am, don't come into my life trying to change who I am. Come into it recognizing I am this person, and you can assist in that matter, right? Assist in a sense of helping me stay grounded, helping me stay rooted, but helping me stay grounded is helping me feel safe so I can lean into my femininity to be submissive to that extent.
Yeah,
I'm very traditional as well. So I do believe in gender roles. I do believe in a household balance. I do believe in all of that. It's not an issue, but a lot of times it's not in the woman. A lot of time the issue comes in the man not being confident in himself that he could keep up.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I like it.
Yeah, I think, kind of segueing off what she said a little bit, I think alignment is key. And, you might have to date around a little bit and, do some searching and looking. But I think alignment is key because a man, for example, she's a grinder, right? A man that's a grinder or is in alignment, kind of operating in the same model, will understand. If he's purpose-driven, if his calling matters at a supreme level, and he gets to know her and hear her out and understand that what she's doing is her calling, he won't necessarily have a problem with that. I think what happens is, though, usually people start off and they have what they feel is alignment, and then life happens. Kids, somebody gets sick, a parent dies, and things change. And I think when things start to metamorphose, what do you do then? So I think that's the big thing, because that's the biggest element in relationships that nobody talks about. It's not a maybe. It's not a possibility. It's a guarantee. The person you're with will change.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And change isn't bad. However, I do feel like there are certain degrees or levels to change where it can be too much change. For example, let's just say she met me and I'm an upstanding, law-abiding, hard-working man that's a provider, believes in God, right? Takes care of her. We go steak 48 and all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Good brother.
That's the guy she meets. That's the guy she meets, right?
Gotcha. A representative.
We get married. That's who she has in her head.
Yeah.
5 years later, I don't work. I'm unemployed.
Ooh.
I'm on the corner selling drugs.
Yeah.
That's, to me, that's too much change, right?
Is
now,
it?
I think so.
Oh, that's the ebbs and flows of life.
Nah, I think that's too drastic of a change from
okay.
from what she signed up for. You follow what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I'm not saying that forevermore you're gonna get steak 48 just because you started. I'm just using that analogy, right?
You set the
You
bar
might
high,
have to-
man.
It's up
like,
there.
like to me, dropping down to McDonald's occasionally because seasons might come when your money get funny, right?
Yeah.
That's not too much to change. That's just a season, right? But if I fundamentally change to the extent where she don't know who I am,
Yeah.
and the core value she saw does not align with, 5 years, 10 years later, I'm not saying it should be a divorce or something should happen, but I think that's when you have a major problem sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. So
That's the thing nobody really talks about, the elephant in the room.
Yeah, that's important. That's important. And I have so many questions off of that, but I gotta keep it going. I want to ask you guys, what is the biggest misunderstanding that we have towards the opposite?
Opposite sex?
Yeah, because we have certain things that we have in our head about. Okay, well, the man that does this or the woman is going to do this, and what you guys articulated, you guys have a good understanding on relationships that you guys experienced. What is the biggest misunderstanding you think that the other person has for you? Not for you specifically, but for the man,
For
or
men?
the woman.
I'll let you
The
go
biggest
first.
misunderstanding. What you think?
She can talk from her perspective.
I think the biggest misunderstanding my younger version of me had in the past relationships was that I'm gonna say it in this manner, like that person belongs to me now. Like that person still has free will. That person has a freedom of choice, right?
Okay.
And what I know now or understand now going into relationships is being appreciative that person choose me every day because they could change their mind, right? And so when you don't factor that part in, you start neglecting that person. You start not appreciating that person. There's things that happen in friction because you think that person owes you something, but all in all, that person is still telling you yes every day.
I know a lot of people that's married. Like, they've been married for years, though, 20 plus years. And they tell you, I do not like my spouse. But they love them because, they've been through the ups and downs with them. You know what I'm saying? So
Almost like the obligation of marriage.
no, it's not that. It's like, okay, so it's like, because I try to explain this to people that never been married. So it's like, you want whoever, say if you get in a bad accident, that person that's going to be at your bedside, I might not like you, but I respect you and I care for you to the point where I'm going to show up if anything happens to you or your family. If somebody dies in your family, I'm there at the funeral, right? And I tell them all the time, I tell people that have been married for long, I'm like, I understand. Because you get tired of your spouse, so you just get tired of them. But over time, people got to understand that it's deeper than just that part of it. Like the words, it's like what you said earlier, PL. It's like the integrity of a person, or like the deeper end of a person. That's what agape love is, right? I don't know if you guys define what agape love is. It's like the love that God has for us, right?
Yes.
No matter what we do, He's still gonna love us.
Yeah.
Right? And we still abuse it.
Yeah.
We still gonna love it. It's like a child. It's like a parent for a child.
Yeah.
The child gonna do some dumb shit, but the mother or the father is still gonna love that child because that's just that agape love.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanna you want to chime in on that?
Oh, no, I think she answered it well. It was a good answer. She took what I was going to say too.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Oh, let me take that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, because I'm trying to get black women and black men together in terms of just healthy balance, man. Because we don't have balance in this world for whatever reason.
The reason is because we don't have internal balance, like you stated earlier.
That's good.
You don't have balance within yourself to actually know. You asked a question about me being able. I'm a grinder, go getter, whatever the term may be. How can I make sure that masculine side of me don't show up? You have to have the balance and to know when and where to turn it on, right?
That's good.
And so if you don't have balance within yourself, you don't know how to show up in a relationship because you're expecting that person to give you the thing that you're lacking when in naturality you should be going within.
I'll jump in. I agree with that. I think one of the biggest things that we see in relationships, marriages, is people are getting married and individually they don't know who they are, and that's a major red flag. Here's why. If I don't know who I am, right, how is my spouse going to know?
That's true.
If I don't know.
That's true.
So what do you have? You have
The
two
representative.
people. Yeah, you got a representative. You got and then somebody trying to figure out, which nothing is wrong with figuring out.
Yeah.
But I think we got to get to a place where before we decide to walk down the aisle, we know who we are and we are not afraid to show it.
Yeah.
I used to think way back in the day, dealing with a woman that, I don't want my peace interrupted and she nice and soft-spoken and this and that and, all of that was the way to go. And I'm not saying that is still not the preferred way.
You want a toxic woman?
No, not toxic. However,
toxic women.
however, what I've learned is, and what I've gained an appreciation for is the woman that is more verbal and expressive, no matter if you like it or not.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that she's toxic or worse than
Or nagging.
Yes, than the peaceful, quiet woman.
Yeah.
I've learned that, and you gotta, as a man, you gotta balance those two, and vice versa, a woman and a man. You gotta balance those two because I'm at the point in my life where I'd rather have a vocal, borderline, expressive, kind of maybe toxic woman.
Ooh.
Not toxic, but
You got patience.
Yeah, not toxic. I'm joking, but a woman that is expressive, than to be with somebody that's peaceful and silent, but secretly they're holding in
Oh, that's true.
what they really
They
feel.
sneaky. So
Exactly.
So that's like a coach.
Exactly. So it's a balance between those two.
So it's funny you say that. The people that play sports, it's a saying that coaches always say: if I'm not on you, you need to worry. If I stay on you, you're the one that I'm concerned about because
Yes.
I want to see you reach your
Exactly.
potential.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense because a lot of people in relationships, if they're not like telling you like you need to do this, I'm not feeling fulfilled, or this,
Exactly.
blah blah, they're not communicating,
Yeah.
and they just like
They're not saying nothing,
Yeah,
but
if
they
you're in a
expect you to know.
If you're in a
How?
relationship and your lady went silent on you,
Exactly.
You're in trouble.
Exactly.
she calling me.
Exactly. Me and
That's
you.
what's-
Me and you.
That's what's going on. But that's real because people need to know that. And then I like what you guys said about the accountability piece, right? So if you can't be accountable with yourself and then determine, okay, well, healing comes from within.
Yeah.
Right. Now, we'll never be 100% healed, but the process always takes place. But to the level that we're healed, we can still match that with someone else
yeah,
and continue to grow from that.
absolutely.
You know what
Yes.
I'm saying?
We're healed, healing healers.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
So you're healed from certain things that you're experiencing, currently healing things, and you're a healer because futuristically you're going to continue to heal, right? It's a process.
Absolutely.
But you should also own the parts of you that you no longer resonate with and you're making better decisions, right? You healed from certain things.
Yeah.
It may show up differently and then you're going to be exposed to something new. Is levels to healing, right? And so when you don't allow yourself to sit and reflect and sit and take time to know you, what do you like? A lot of people, State 48 probably on a lot of people's list, is not on mine,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and that's the other
That's
part
good.
of it, right?
They didn't
Because
date you. Good job. Good job.
because the other part of it is knowing yourself and knowing your own morals and values and all of the things that impress you. A lot of people, if we talk about what's happening in society, a lot of men approach women the same. And that allows me to recognize if a man is paying attention to me or not.
What you mean? Like you mean? Approach him.
The first thing they'll start doing is talking about
How they look.
the social media lifestyle type of
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I could do this and I could do that. I
Flashy.
don't the flashiness,
Okay.
the wine and dine and all of that.
No
that
substance.
no substance. That
Yeah.
stuff comes. But if you're having a conversation with
Okay.
me, you should know I don't really eat steaks. I don't eat meat. I
Okay.
don't, you know what I mean? So have a conversation with me and get to know me and then
Yeah.
impress me because you recognize that, oh, I need to treat her differently. They're approaching me the same,
So if I tell you,
if you tell me.
I'm in between jobs. My credit score is not where it needs to be. I just got evicted from my apartment. I'm living with my best friend. But I'm digging you. You know what I'm saying? I just need somebody to believe in me. I'm grinding. I'm trying to get my feet off the ground. I just fell into a bad place. 99% of the time, what is that woman gonna say?
I don't know what she gonna say, but I know what I'm gonna tell
What
you.
you gonna tell her?
I'm gonna give you some resources to figure life out first.
It's,
Right?
it's still a
But not her
projection.
phone number. The resources.
It might be because I'm a life coach, right?
Oh, yeah,
like,
true.
you know
That's true.
what?
That's true.
In
That's
this
true.
capacity,
Okay.
maybe you're attracted to me because of what I do, right? And it's a way to have the conversation. And it's also, I appreciate the fact that you're attracted to me,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And then we might go, I might
Nah.
really ask, no, I'm that type of person that
Okay.
I'm going to ask you, like, well, tell me more about that attraction, right?
But why do you think people stay in situations that don't honor them?
That don't honor them.
Yeah, but they stay.
A lot of reasons. The biggest ones I would say I point to childhood trauma, meaning we all are a product of our environments to a certain degree, and we struggle the most as human beings letting go or removing those pieces.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people who stay in situations sometimes that they shouldn't be in either maybe saw that growing up. It could be either way.
Yeah.
Saw the mistreatment from somebody and the other person staying, male or female, maybe a sibling, So I think a lot of it comes from what they saw in their past or experienced in their past. And then I think futuristically, presently, a lot of times they probably feel that they cannot do better. And that could be for various reasons. Maybe they lack self-confidence. Maybe the person that they're with is providing, make a lot of money. Or maybe the woman is super attractive. She's a 10, so I'm going to stay.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather have that candy on my arm than and deal with the headache. Hey, there's people that do that, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's other variables. It could be looks, money, status. Sometimes it's just status. I can get in certain doors and be in certain places with this woman or with this guy.
Yeah.
So it's a smorgasbord of reasons why people stay, but those would probably be the biggest ones I would point to.
Both of you guys are I consider you guys as leaders. You guys
thank
consider
you.
yourself as leaders, right?
Absolutely.
In the world?
Sure.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying leaders as in, you got a captive of people and they're following you but I'm saying by what you guys say, by what you guys believe and how you guys motivate individuals. I want to ask you guys this in terms of leadership, right? Because they say most leaders can't listen or they don't hear, right? I want to ask you guys, what is the hardest lesson? The hardest lesson you learned while trying to be led?
While trying to be led.
You guys are good leaders, but can you do the lead? Can you follow somebody? And what is the hardest lesson that you learned in doing that? I come back to the
Hard.
question though.
When you say hard, is like difficult for me to follow?
Yes, difficult for you to accept. Difficult for you to.
Ooh,
To
the most difficult thing for me to accept when I don't like incompetent leadership. And
Okay.
so that's the hardest thing for me because sometimes I have to follow them because of their title. Their title makes them a leader. But they're not really leading because they're incompetent in
what
what
makes
they're
it
doing.
what makes it incompetent? Because you don't like their style of leading.
Because
or-
there's no guidance. A leader moves with clarity. A leader moves with assertiveness and certainty about what they're doing and how they're speaking and how they move, right? Incompetent, you can hear it in their conversations or the things that they do. They bring chaos or confusion.
Okay.
So-
So basically, what I'm hearing, they don't articulate their assigned task where you can follow and carry it out.
Yeah, because they can't. They have a title as a leader.
Okay. Is this a
Because
certain
of
person you talking about?
a lot of them. that I'm not gonna name, but that was something I had to learn throughout my journey. Is
Okay.
that I'm going to find people in leadership who are incompetent in what they're doing, and I have to do the hard thing in following them
Yeah.
or submitting to whatever the decision is because they have that title, right? And so that is a hard thing to do. And so sometimes, and it's not just about, who's wrong or right. It's really, you could really see this person. How did you get this job? Like, what do you do? Type of leadership. That's what I mean. But, and also just one of the greatest things is recognizing like, okay, I'm not always right. You know, I might have a good idea possibly, but let me lean into that other person's, you know. So
Yeah, I would say for me, it was understanding that being broken is a requirement to being a great leader.
Okay.
It's a part of the process. A lot of people, when we go through hardships and seasons, we complain, we whine, we try to run from it, we make excuses, we point fingers, versus submitting to it.
Okay.
With the understanding that this place I'm in is being used to pull something out of me that would have never come out of me had I stayed at the same level. And see, you know, not to get too biblical scripture, but God knows all of us, and he knows what it takes to light that fire in you. And usually you have to get to, and it's levels to broken and crushed, but you have to get to that place at some point in your life where he will pull out what you were meant to do. Mm-hmm. And because if not, you'll just continue status quo, easy peasy, chill, you know, socialite, hang out, you know, all that good stuff. But when it gets to the nitty gritty, if you won't wake up, if you want somebody to eyes to open, and that's part of it.
Yeah.
You didn't get to where you are on this show, on this podcast. People might be watching it, but it just didn't. You didn't pluck your fingers and it just happened. Mm-hmm. It was a process.
Absolutely.
To get here. You went through a cocooning stage and all it manifested all the way to a butterfly. But a lot of people want to be the butterfly, but they don't want to go through the cocooning.
The process.
They don't want to go through the process.
So, you know what's funny? You guys said that, and I agree with both of you guys. The thing that shook my world when I heard about leadership, I heard this from a leader. I'm not gonna call his name, but he's a known leader. But he said something and it shook my world when it comes to leadership. And when I couldn't, because I kind of looked at the world kind of like how you looked at him, like incompetent. I'm like way smarter. I'm degreed, whatever. First of all, he said leadership starts when you become a leader. The very first thing you are a servant. Servant.
Yep.
You're on the front line.
Yeah.
That's why if the higher you up, the more servitude you gotta take.
Yeah.
That's like like you're supposed to. Mm-hmm. That's one. He said the second thing is the thing that you despise or do not like in a person. That's the blessing. You got to get the blessing out of it, whatever it is, because it's something in that person that's causing you to, you know, be fidgety or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's something that you got to get the lesson out of. Mm-hmm. Now, if you in your ego, or if you're being arrogant, or you're being just stubborn, or just you don't want to listen, you're gonna continue to go through that loop until you go see, okay, what is the lesson that I need to learn from this, and why is this making me at unease all the time? Yeah. It's something that is factual. It's something that I got to get out of this, and I'm being too stubborn, and not trying to open up to it or listen to it or being obedient to it.
I agree with what both of you said, but especially that part of it, the incompetent part of it. That's why I said I had to learn how to just like sit in it, because it forced me to stay uncomfortable. Because if I had a leader who was just guiding me, I would have just stayed comfortable. Okay, cool, I can follow you. Let's do it, whatever it is. But it forced me to do things that I didn't feel like being in charge of, or leading, or whatever, taking initiative. And so I agree with that for sure. And even in the aspect of just being a servant. That's the first thing I am. A lot of people, when they see me, they're shocked at how much I'm actually serving. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing I look for, because it just is.
I don't like serving people.
Yeah. You say what?
I don't like serving people.
You don't like serving people?
Hell no.
When you say, what do you mean by that?
I don't like serving people. People are retarded. People are no.
What you just said? People, that reflection comes out.
No, I get it. But I'm saying in real life, because people they get on your nerves.
Yeah, facts. Absolutely.
When you doing something, with it. Especially when you're doing something, I'm gonna give you a good example. I'm going to a biblical thing. The children of Israel, when they wandered in the wilderness for 40 years, right? Because them Negroes were stubborn.
They were very stubborn.
Right? Yeah. They got out of slavery, and they was like, man, you know what? Go take me back to slavery because look, we out here in the
We out
wilderness,
here,
we
what
ain't got
we
nothing
doing?
going
And they
on.
didn't do what they were supposed to do. Yes.
But that principle applies in real life. Moses he led the people to the promised land. They still fussing. We hungry. We
Yeah.
need this.
Yeah.
We need a party.
Yeah.
We ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
We can't go to the club. We can't smoke no hookah. We can't so we gonna make something ourselves, right?
Yeah.
That principle applies. People will get
That is true.
on your
Yeah.
nerves.
Ooh.
And especially if they work for you in a corporate setting, oh my goodness. I pray for all the managers out there.
Listen.
Directors. Oh my goodness.
That is true.
You
It's how
positive. You positive.
It's how you start your day, though.
I'm like,
No, yeah, seriously. And I think it goes that protection, right? Guard your mind, guard your heart. It's not just in a situation where you're dealing with people or you're dealing with specifically in a relationship like we were talking about earlier. It means guarding my peace. Like, I have to wake up and like figure out what my day is going to be. Everybody is the superstar in their own stories, right?
Absolutely.
I am the star of my own movie that's going on. So how do I want to feel when I get back home? And so because of the fact that I know people gonna get on my nerves, I prepare myself. No, for real. I give myself tools and resources. Can't remember the guy's name, but once I heard this like years ago, the word responsibility. What is your ability to respond to a situation? That's your responsibility. So my ability to respond to someone cutting me off at a light
you don't cuss them out?
depends. No, I don't. Depends on what I do for myself, right? Because now it's hilarious. If you talk to my best friend, she's on the phone when I'm talking, and you would never know what craziness happened outside of me.
You positive. I like it. You're a positive person.
Because that's the way to bring good to you.
I like
as
that.
well.
Because I be cussing. I be just
I
cussing.
mean, to each
cussing.
his own, right?
And I love it.
He's like, and I love it.
It feels so good cussing somebody out.
And it feels good to me when I don't, and I go back home and I ain't cuss that person out,
But that's the real test. Can you manage or suppress those triggers? Everybody, I'm healed. Then something happened and boom, and it's like,
Right.
nah, I'm not there. And sometimes there may be slip-ups, but that's the real litmus test in terms of have you healed, right?
Yeah.
Can you manage and suppress those triggers when they happen?
And look, because the reason I'm so honest with what I do, because I can't lie to myself.
Yeah.
Right? This is me. This is Adam. Black Adam, this is me. Guys, look, y'all
I
know
hope
me.
it's not a representative.
No,
front
this
of
is
us.
me. This is me. Everybody knows me. They know my personality. My personality always been the same. But I'm not gonna do nothing malicious to nobody, right? But I will cuss you out. Right? But
And I think anytime something happens, you gotta do three things: stop, process, then make a decision. The worst thing you can do is just react to it, right? The worst thing. But a lot of times when you're in the moment, that's not what goes through our head. So I think it's just training yourself to go through those three phases: stop, process, and make a decision. And after that, the next thing is asking yourself, what am I about to do? What is it going to accomplish?
Yeah. Eventually. Now if somebody shooting at you is different. You better react now.
You better
Because if I cuss this
Duck.
person out, they might start shooting.
duck.
It might start fighting.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes,
Especially
you know what I'm saying?
now.
That's true.
So
Especially
what
in
is it going to
today's-
accomplish?
yes.
At the
That
end
is
of the day, me cussing them out, will it
Keep my peace.
will it remove the fact or stop the fact that they cut me off? No, they can't go back and change it.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So,
real.
yeah,
That's real.
Yeah.
So I like it because you guys are positive and you guys bring a positivity to the world. I love it. And
I
we
feel
need more
like
people
you.
like
I don't know if that's sarcasm
No,
or
that's
if that's
real. I
real.
like
Okay.
it. That's real. I like it. Seriously though, because you know why? We need more people for a healthy balance.
That's true.
Because if everybody is one way, it's gonna it's gonna flip. So we need the balance. We need the good. and the bad.
Let me be clear.
Yeah.
I'm human, just like you, and I feel
Yeah.
just like you.
Okay.
The only difference is,
You don't react.
well, not all the time.
Okay.
I may react differently.
True.
One, but that's based upon me discovering other tools in my toolbox to
Okay.
use.
Good.
Love it.
So it doesn't mean I don't feel like you feel.
Good.
I just react differently because of my toolbox. And my toolbox wasn't always
Yeah.
how
Where
you
it's
know what I
at.
mean, how it is now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that, we're all of us are human. We're all the same. We all feel.
Yeah.
The difference is how do we respond?
Right.
Yeah. I
That's
like
it.
the term that you used earlier, the training part of it, right?
Mhm.
Trained yourself, right? So when I say your ability to respond to situations, preparing myself to know, okay, I might deal with this type of person today, or these types of whatever, to kind of map out how can I respond. I'm giving myself tools in my tool belt. How can I respond to something like this? Because like you stated, we see the same thing all the time. It's your ability to respond to it differently that helps you not see it anymore, right? And so I like that when we have to train ourselves to really respond in a different way that's beneficial to self, though. If we do it in a way that's just accepted by society or what we see on social media, then we're not going to see anything wrong with it. But if you really sit and process, because you just said God, you said what, God's still working on me or something?
Absolutely.
That lets me know that you kind of have an issue with the fact that you curse at people, or or that's your response.
I know it's wrong.
See, so now it's the.
I just do it.
Let me not give you life coaching tools. You gotta.
I
but
know it's wrong.
So now it's the opportunity to say, okay, how do I, when I feel this, because it's the same feeling.
Yeah.
You feel it. When I feel this, how can I respond instead?
That's it. How can I respond? And then training yourself to go through a process when it happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's the hardest part. That's the hardest
Yeah.
part.
Because
That's the
people do
hardest part.
stupid
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
all the time.
All the
They
time.
So let me ask you guys this, man. And I know we got to wrap it up because we got to go pay some bills, and it's the hurricane, whatever the storm is coming. So out of the climate and things that's going on in the climate, right? We have the situation that happened in Minneapolis, right? We had that going on, right, with the ICE. We have Donald Trump and things going on in Venezuela. We have these hate crimes and all these things on social media. How do you guys stay motivated to continue to do the right thing? I'm not going to say the right thing. Continue to stay motivated to be inspirational, even if the climate is the way it is now.
I would say for me, those are real life things that are happening.
Yes.
But I view them as distractions.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with my purpose and calling. And the minute I feed into it too much, the minute I start letting my mind get wrapped up into who's right or wrong, left wing or right wing, up and down, what the rates are doing, the minute I get too log jammed mentally in that's distractions.
Okay.
That's taking me away from my messages, my inspiration, me going through my process that I go through to pull together my content to help somebody.
Okay.
So I think it's having laser focus on your calling and your purpose. And when you're living a purposeful life, you really, to be honest, it's a somewhat mundane sort of life, because I want to stay pure. I want to stay grounded. I want to have predictability and rhythm and cadence to my life so I can stay in the right posture.
Okay.
So, it's a heavy crown to wear. Some people are not willing to do that for their calling. But it's a very disciplined life to do that.
Very disciplined.
So for me, I would say I view them as distractions as it pertains to motivating and staying on that positive path.
Yeah.
And I stay locked in on what I've been called to do.
Good.
I'm human. I see things here and there, but I never drift very far.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
Be focused.
Yeah.
For me is piggybacking off of what you said. The mission stays the same.
Don't cheat off his test.
No, the mission stays the same.
Okay.
And so all of that is happening. What can I do in that situation, right?
Yeah.
Am I going to go, you know what I mean? What can I handle? I'm going to control what I can. My mission is still the same. My purpose is still the same.
Yeah.
And it's also for me, in the world, not of it. You're in the world, but I'm not of it.
Okay.
And so I can be aware of what's happening, but it doesn't have to be my experience. It doesn't have to be where I am. It doesn't have to be something that affects my day and my thought process and all of those things, because what you feed is what you receive. And so that's how I protect my peace. Guard your mind, guard your heart, because those things are going to happen. But it doesn't change who I am or my mission or my focus and my drive. And so just keep going.
So I got a good question for y'all in closing, right? Y'all know it's so I want y'all to explain in 3 words.
Three words.
It can be 3 words or fewer. Pierre, are you single?
Yes.
You single? Jess, you single, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good, perfect. This is a great question. Perfect. In 3 words.
Right now, at the moment, not in a
the
relationship yet.
person-
You got to speak things. Anyway, go ahead.
The person that you would want to. All right, Lord, let me ask you this. Do you want to get married? Or in a serious relationship, do you want to grow with somebody?
Yeah, if it's in alignment, yes.
Okay.
I would say yes. If it's in
Do you want to align with somebody? Okay. Do
Yes.
you want to align with someone? Okay. We ain't gonna say marriage. You ain't gonna put no title to
Yeah.
it. Just say, do you want to align
That's
with
a good
somebody?
one.
Good job. That's why language is vocabulary is
Very,
important.
very. Because I was about to say,
Marriage is like
what that mean?
But no. So if you wanted to align with someone, what are the characteristics of this person? Three words that you want this person. They gotta have in order to be aligned with you at this moment in your life, right now. 3 words
Or less.
to be aligned with
first.
your purpose, with who you are, and where you are at this present moment in
Don't
your
cheat
life.
like that. You sent me first.
Who first?
He said, you go first.
Okay, okay.
I would say, that's a good question.
I'll
3
go.
words or less. You go first. You go
All right.
first.
Or less. The third one might come in, but definitely self-awareness,
Okay, somebody self-aware.
emotional intelligence,
Okay.
purpose-driven,
Okay. Purpose-driven, emotional intelligent,
and self-awareness.
self-aware. Yeah. That's easy though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Child.
That's PL.
If-
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying not PL. I'm saying somebody like him.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would say, you funny, man. You plan to play hookup over there.
Yeah.
that is hilarious.
I would say God-fearing for sure.
Okay.
Because that's just where I'm at, in terms of spirit, mind, emotion.
Yeah.
Supportive. They would have to understand where I'm at,
Okay.
and it looks different than maybe some guys. My day-to-day looks very different. I do a lot, so supportive. And they have to be, I'm trying to think of the word that would say somebody that thinks outside of the box. So I would say an unconventional, open-minded or unconventional thinker. Because I don't look at, I usually say, I call it the third eye.
Okay.
Somebody, because very seldom do I look at things with my 2 eyes. I look the third eye.
The
meaning-
spiritual eye.
Yeah, yeah.
So somebody that's spiritually driven,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I like that.
He elaborated. I didn't. So it's okay. 3 words.
I like that. No, that's good. That's good. That's good because, those individuals are out there. Because the reason why I wanted you guys to speak it because
Here.
you speak it.
Come on, send the person.
It happens. I'm trying to set y'all up on purpose. Not y'all, but I'm just saying in the
Yeah.
world. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Y'all spoke about spirituality. You spoke about emotional intelligence, right? Self-awareness. That's all characteristics that important. You know what I'm saying? In a partner. I can say that because I was married for a long time, and my marriage was cool, right? But you know what I'm saying?
Until it wasn't.
No, we cool. But no,
Oh.
it was we cool. But that's just some things that I've learned by being with another person. Being with another person, you learn how to die. What's the term? You die daily
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
self,
Yeah.
to sacrifice for someone else for the
Yeah.
greater good for the relationship. But that's good. But that new term, emotional intelligence, I think that's just a broad word nowadays because it's categories of emotional intelligence. Know what I'm saying?
There is.
It is. It's heavy. It's like a.
Let me. If you want me to narrow it down to a word, empathy, empathetic.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
They gotta feel.
Yeah.
What you feel.
Yeah. Not what I feel, but
Feel.
how others
Yeah.
see life through someone else's shoes. Because that allows you to have grace and show
Yes.
patience and all of those things
Yeah.
towards people.
That's real. I heard a prayer one day, and I'm gonna end this. I heard a prayer one day. It said, "God, give me your heart." I said, "Ooh, that's heavy right there." God, give me your heart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's empathetic right there, right? That's a lot. We gotta get out of here, guys. I'm gonna get too heavy.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, look, Pierre, look. So, how can the people find you? What you got going? Anything popping? Social media?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Discover, DISCOVER underscore your, YOUR underscore roar, ROAR. If you need motivational content, you're looking for an uplift, or just a different way to look at some things that may be happening in your life, go to Discover underscore your underscore roar. Discover the power that's in you. I have a lot of speaking engagements lined up in 2026.
Okay, good.
I don't just do sit behind the camera and talk. I do a lot of public speaking as well.
Good.
In the greater Houston area and in Louisiana, of course. And I'm doing a lot in the community, outreach with kids, adults, on various levels and various platforms. You'll be seeing a lot of that come in the near future.
Good. Blessings.
Yeah.
Jess.
Yes. So again, I'm Jessica Georges, just that dope, the rapping life coach. I am on Instagram at rappin RAPPIN underscore life coach. That's on TikTok and what's the other platform? Facebook. Lemon. I just discovered Lemon.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
a
know.
new one.
Lemonade or something like that. Yeah. LinkedIn. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Jessica Georges. On there for sure. And my website, www.morethanmusic. Music is spelled MUZEK.com. I'm a rap and life coach. I do music. I infuse it with what I do as a life coach in my spaces. I host retreats. I host events. So if you're watching this before February 1st, I am hosting, because we just rescheduled it for tomorrow's cold front coming in.
Yes.
But I'm hosting a vision board event. This is the 4th annual. I hold space. It's for free. All materials are included, and we sit and we be intentional about our goals and all of that. So,
Good.
Yeah, connect with me.
Good. That's awesome, man. I appreciate you guys coming up here, man. I know you guys could be doing everything in the world. We preparing for this freeze. This show is going to come out next Monday, I believe. So I believe that's going to be on the 22nd, I want to say. No, today's the 23rd, so
27th,
7th.
26th.
It's one of those days. But it's going to be, the freeze is going to be in present. So you guys going to be in the house watching this. I'm doing it
There
on
you
purpose.
go.
So I'm being intentional with it.
Hi.
So hope you guys are being safe with the freeze, and make sure you guys, if you haven't gone to the grocery store right now at this present moment, because today is Monday, everything is gone. From the grocery store, you get no gas, no grocery, so
Everything gone.
you won't get anything till Friday. So hopefully you got everything you need, man. But I'm glad you guys tuned into the show, man. You know where to find me everywhere. Culturally Distinct. Thank you guys. I want to see you guys at our gala. We are sold out. I'm sorry, we don't have no more tickets. We sold out the first 3 weeks. We got the Thompson Hotel, but we do
figure out how to
have
get in.
events Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So that's on the social media page. You guys been hitting me up. You guys know where it is. I appreciate you guys for the support and love. We doing some big things in Houston. And I want to connect with you guys because we have some mentorship things doing with middle school kids.
Yeah,
We got actual whole schools want us to come in as brothers to come in to mentor young boys, and we're gonna incorporate some Divine Nine, some of the women and everything. So yeah, man. So
you said Divine Nine. Shout out to the Reds out there, though.
I'm just saying, yeah.
And the Qs.
Okay, yeah. Okay, see, look, I'm not part of none of that. But I support everything. If everything in the community, what they're doing in the community, I support it. Yeah. So, guys, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning into the show. Subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. I love you guys, and you can't do nothing about it. Peace.
Peace.
We out of here.